Hello, hello. I want to say thank you so much for connecting with me. I appreciate you taking time to be here, present, and getting some tips and insights to really take your firm to the next level. This is Lauren Fogelman with Business Success Solution, showing accounting professionals how to double their income, working half the time. And today's topic is why most accounting professionals fail to grow their dream firms. And I want to first have you think about, you have an important meeting to go to. You know that this is going to be a great opportunity. And you just happen to get vague directions about where that meeting is and maybe an idea as to what time, but nothing specific. All you know is it's somewhere in the city, it's a tall office building, and it's on a busy street. With any luck, after driving around and a couple of wrong turns and a lot of frustration, you may find it and maybe you show up on time, maybe you don't. Who knows? It's all going to be a guess. Now, compare that to receiving the building's exact address and the firm's suite number, plus the time that the meeting starts and how long to expect it to last. With that, you can take the address, plug it into your GPS, and get the exact directions. You feel so much more confident driving around, believing that you're going to arrive on time at your destination. Now, how does this apply to your firm? Well, it is a difference between having organic growth versus strategic growth. Organic growth is where you get requests and you say yes to all of them because they're money in the business right now. Strategic growth is where you understand where you want your firm to go over a course of time. And then when opportunities come in or requests come in, you can go ahead and consider them according to where your growth plan is. And if they're aligned, you say, yes, great opportunity. If they're not aligned and they feel like a detour or they're going to sidetrack you, then you can either pass on it or put it aside for another time. So that's basically the decision. The difference between organic and strategic growth is similar to your GPS. Do you want to get the exact address, or do you want to have maybe a vague idea as where you want to take your firm? Now that you know that, one of the things to think about when you're looking at strategic growth is what I call a strategic plan. This is where you actually want to start with the end in mind. It's a process called reverse engineering. And I found out about it as I was doing sports psychology and studying neuroscience, and realized that a lot of times when we're figuring out what we want for our business growth, we're doing goal setting. And goal setting starts from where you are and looks at where you want to be. Whereas reverse engineering starts with where you want to be and then works backwards to where you are now. By doing this, it's a novel way of coming up with the direction that you want to take your firm. And because it's not the typical way that you would plan things out, you're more likely to see things or become aware of something or get an idea and an inspiration that you wouldn't have had if you would have gone the familiar route. So that's a lot of why I'm a big fan of reverse engineering as opposed to goal setting. Is I want you to know the exact address of your dream firm. So these are some of the things to think about as you are reverse engineering your dream firm and what it is that you want to achieve and what that exact address or destination looks like. So the very first thing is the destination. What is it that's going to make your firm a dream firm? What are the things that really you want to have in place that will make this the ideal business for you? One that supports your life instead of drains the life out of you, where you know what you want to say yes to, you know what to pass on, and what to maybe postpone for a future time. So the very first thing is knowing the destination of where you want to go. And then number two is stretching yourself, because as a business owner, you don't want to be complacent and just remaining in your comfort zone. That is not going to help you grow your dream firm. You want something that's going to be inspiring, and you know it's going to actually challenge or stretch your current capabilities. It is not a sure thing. And if you're an accounting professional, that might feel like a risk right there. So I want to go ahead and mitigate the risk to lower that feeling of risk for you. And you want to aim for something that is 70% achievable. That means that there's a really good chance, better odds than 50-50, that you're going to go ahead and achieve that, but it's going to also challenge your comfort zone and your current capabilities to where you're going to have to step up in order to grow into the person that will be the CEO of your dream firm. So stretch yourself as number 2. And then number 3 is milestones. Now that we know the end result of what it is you want to achieve to have your dream firm, then we want to work backwards from that end game to now. And we need these milestones along the way to give us kind of like placeholders that we're moving in the right direction. And also to realize that sometimes you're going to be off course. You're not going to hit a milestone. And what do you need to course correct to be able to be back on your path again? So milestones let you know if you're actually en route to having your dream firm, or maybe you got sidetracked and we need to readjust and get you back on your course again. Number 4 is resources. These are things to consider as you're working towards a specific milestone. And some of the things to consider are people, places, and processes. Some people and places, let me back up. Some people are going to move you forward. Some people actually hold you back and drag you down. That's the same for places. Some places are going to really be aligned with where you want to go. And some places might not be the best fit for what it is that you aim to achieve. And then the processes. Are you building your firm for where you are now or for where you want to go? And what are the things that you need to have in place to really help you step up and achieve that long-term milestone that you want for yourself? So people, places, and processes are some things you want to consider when we're talking about resources. And then number 5 is strengths-based. This is where I want you to focus on your core strengths, what it is that people really see as the high value of what your firm offers, the things that you do that's different than others doing something similar, and to do more of the strengths and what's good and of value to your clients, and to stop wasting the attempt to go ahead and strengthen the weak areas. Because if you focus too much on the weak points, then you might actually waste time and lose some key opportunities. So instead of thinking that you need to be good at all things for all people, I want you to really focus on those pinpointed things that are going to help you to achieve that milestone that's based on your strengths, and the things that are weak areas, either you don't offer them, or maybe you have someone else that does them in your firm that is much better at it and better suited at it than you are. But really, you want to focus on the core strengths and do more of what's going really, really well. So those are some of the things to think about as you're on the path to your dream firm. It is an evolution. It is something that gives you that end game of what it is that you want to achieve. It is a path, and as with most paths, it has some turns and winds in it. It's not necessarily straight and narrow, but it is definitely an evolution. And by having that end game, you're more likely to achieve what you want by reverse engineering. That means knowing the destination, stretching yourself, having some milestones, knowing about resources, and being strength-paced. If this is something that appeals to you and you want to make your next year your best year ever, then go ahead and check out my virtual strategic planning retreat that I have coming up. It is at businesssuccesssolution.com/retreat. I'll put that down below, businesssuccesssolution.com/retreat. It is an opportunity to really get dialed in, focus on your business and what it is that you want to achieve, having that solid plan to be able to grow your dream firm. Look forward to hearing from you. Let me know what you took away from this, what insight came up, what it is that is validating something that you're already doing. Would love to hear from you, and any insights, feedback that is coming up for you, please go ahead and let me know below. Once again, let me know what resonated with you, what it is that you want more of. And if this feels like it's aligned with what you do, then consider the virtual strategic planning retreat. It's at businesssuccesssolution.com/retreat. Lauren Fogelman, showing accounting professionals how to double their income working half the time.